Alberto P. Laurel, President of the Lyceum of the Philippines University, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Conrado Inigo, Deans and Directors of the Lyceum of the Philippines University, graduating students, parents and friends, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, the LPU Pirates established a record in the National Collegiate Athletic Association basketball tournament, winning 18 straight games, in the process sweeping the elimination round. Aside from beating all their 9 opponents twice, this was doubly significant owing to the phenomenal turnaround the LPU Pirates campaign went from being 9th in the previous year to first seed in the championship. While LPU was left still wanting for its first ever championship trophy in NCAA basketball that season, the trophy case was soon adorned by 2 very significant championship trophies when our very own LPU Pirates captured the Philippine Collegiate Champions League, the so-called National Collegiate Championships, and the Aspirants Cup of the Philippine Basketball Association's Development League as the Zarksberger LPU team. Many people contributed to this success. You, the LPU constituents who supported them, are part of this success. But there is one man who was at the helm of the LPU Pirates ship, the one who put together the different personalities, molded and glued them together to be one solid team with his philosophy of love and respect and the total development of the person. He was born to James Robinson and Maria Robinson in Olongapo City and raised there, where he purportedly learned and played his early basketball. He found his way to Manila and studied and played college basketball at the San Sebastian Recoletos College. Soon enough, his discipline and passion for the sport reaped him benefits when he was taken in by Red Bull to play in the PBA. He played for a total of 8 years, from 2003 to 2011, for other teams such as Pure Foods and the Alaska Aces. He didn't waste any time after retiring from playing and soon embarked on a new career, that of coaching. He became an assistant coach in Alaska and head coach of the San Sebastian College Recoletos NCAA team. As fate would have it, he eventually found his way to LPU and became its head coach in 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, the guest speaker in today's 66th commencement exercises, the LPU men's basketball team head coach and the life coach as well, Michael Christopher Robinson.
Attorney Bobby Laurel, Sir Conrado Inigo, the Board of Trustees, Deans and Faculty, and obviously the proud parents here, and the star of the day, the graduates, the batch of 2018. It's an extreme honor and privilege and pleasure to be before you guys today. You know, the biggest win for me today is to finally wear a toga. Because I wasn't able to graduate and I wasn't able to get a degree. But dreams do come true. I was given an opportunity here in front of you by Sir RPL. I'm forever grateful for this opportunity. When I was asked to make a speech by Sir RPL and Sir Paulo, I asked myself, ano ba yung mai-share ko sa inyo? Kasi nga, parang napakalaking responsibility to para sa akin. So, I asked myself, what advice will I give my younger self? If I would be given a chance, I would tell myself, I don't have to know all the answers, and I don't have to pretend that I do. Because I spent so many years thinking that I should know all the answers. And if I didn't, I pretended that I would. And not until I found that valuable lesson in life that it changed the course of my life. So what I want to share with you here is a few stories. Some of them are short, some of them are long, that mold me in the person that I am today. So, rule number one is, put God first. Put God first in everything that you do. Everything that I have, everything that you see in me, it's because of the grace and glory of God. January 17, 2017, a kid named Emmanuel, who has a gift of prophecy, talked to me. We were in a tournament in TIP and he came up to me and told me that, Coach, God is telling you to continue what is ever you're doing because you're going to touch a lot of lives and you're going to inspire a lot of people. Well, during that time, I was at the end of my contract, and just like what Sir Herc said, the first 2 years was really a struggle for me as a coach. I'm not guaranteed a contract. We ended up 9 back-to-back years, and what's painful for me was we lost to eventually a number 10 team, which is College of St. Benilde, that has never won a game no season 92, and finally beat us in their last game. I was really miserable. And here is this guy named Emmanuel telling me na I'm gonna inspire others and I'm gonna touch lives. And well, we did inspire others. We did touch lives. What happened to us was something that ngayon lang nangyari sa NCAA in the 94 years or the 93 years of the NCAA, the first team to win 18-0. So congratulations for all the support that you've given to us, and it's really an extreme honor for me. But that's not the most important thing that I had. The most important thing he told me that stayed with me since was, I've been protected, I've been detected, I've been corrected, I kept God in my life, and He's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with Him, but He always stuck with me. And with that, I am grateful. And so stick with God. Number 2, fail big. Today is the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It could be frightening out there. It's a mean world out there. But take chances. You have to take risk. You only live once, so do what you're passionate about. I want to share a story that happened to me before I entered San Sebastian. My dad wanted me to join the Navy, so nagpunta po ako ng Guam. Because that time, wala nang naval base dito sa atin. So, my dad wanted me to join the Navy, and I went to Guam. I was 18 years old. And I love basketball. You know, basketball has been my passion. And I was recruited there and asked to go to San Beda. But I ended up playing for San Sebastian. My dad, may soul rest in peace, knew that I was already in the Navy. I even took the ASVAB test, which is the test for you to enter the Navy, and I passed it. But I love basketball, and I'm willing to take risks. So what I did, I worked 3 jobs because I need to sustain myself because my dad wouldn't support me. So I worked construction in the morning. I worked McDonald's from 5 to 8 o'clock, and I work as a dishwasher at the Navy restaurant sa gabi, just for me to sustain. I really need to work on it because I really wanted to play basketball. It was really hard for me, but again, that's what I wanted to do in my life. And it was really something that was really so good to me. And yes, I made it into the PBA. I was drafted 44th out of the 47 draftees. So I could feel now how Wilson feels, Wilson Baltasar, when he wasn't drafted. He was drafted, but he didn't sign up. Because ako po is, I was picked 44th out of the 47 na nagpa-draft. First one was Willie Miller. Second was Mark Agiwa. Third was Michael Rayback. Try to imagine that I was picked 44th. And I was just telling myself, this is what I wanted to do. I'm willing to fail. I wasn't signed after 2 years. So I was picked, but I wasn't signed. So I tried myself in the PBL during that time for 2 years. And I failed a lot of times. And I was given an opportunity by Red Bull. Just 3 months na opportunity for you to play because during that time, Jimwell Torion was suspended. So they needed a replacement. So I tried out. I was just given 3 months because by that time, Jimwell Torion will be signed. So when the contract was offered to me, I didn't even look at the amount. I just want to sign that paper. Because for me, I've saved so much effort, failures in making it to the PBA. And when I had the chance, I will not let it go. I was blessed with 8 years of my PBA. I've won championships. So don't be afraid to fail. Dream big. Lesson number 3. Honor and legacy. I will honor the people that paved the way, and I will leave a path for others to follow. And again, another story. As I was having my car washed, so nagpapa-car wash ako, so may tumabi sa aking taxi driver. He was looking at me, trying to look kung sino ako. He's trying to, and he was walking around me. He's trying to observe me. And then, nung hindi na siya nakapag-antay, tumabi siya sa akin. He was looking like that to me. I was like, ngumingiti lang ako. And with conviction, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, kamukha mo si Topex Robinson eh. Pero hindi ikaw yun kasi maliit ka lang eh. Kasi nasakay ko na yun, matangkad yun eh. So, I didn't plead my case. I said, oh, hindi ko nga kamukha yun. Hindi nga ako yun kasi matangkad yun eh. But, for me, it's the lesson there was, all he saw was the adversity. That I was small, but what he didn't saw was the heart that I put in. Again, because the reason for that is, when I was growing up, again, I was small. I wasn't even making it into the intrams. I wasn't even picked kasi nga naman, para lang daw akong inutusan ng bumili ng mantika tapos nagbabasketball ako. So, but Johnny Barrientos was my idol. So, I want to follow where he went. I don't know how, but I'm gonna go there. Because sometimes, you only see the peak, but you don't see the mountain. Whether you want to fly, you want to take a helicopter, there's a mountain. And it's gonna be hard. So when I get drafted again, when I had a chance, I had that 3 months. If the other players are running 10 sprints, I would always run 20. If the guys are jumping 15 boards, I will always go 25. Because I have to prove myself. Because if Johnny Barrientos can make it, so can I. And again, I want to honor the people that paved the way for me. Again, I'm a son of a black American, and it's really hard for you to grow back in the days if you have my color. And again, I want to prove to people that basketball has no boundaries. Whether you're small, you're tall, you're slim, I'm a living testament that dreams do come true. And obviously I'm proud of what I achieved, but what I'm proud of is, after being one of the smallest guys to play in the PBA, there came other smaller guys, smaller than me. And what touched me was, they came up to me and told me, Coach, idol kita eh. Kasi nakita ko maliit ka, so kaya ko rin pala. And that's about legacy. That's what I'm proud of. And hindi lang, may mga bagong PBA player na dumarating na kasing laki ko na mas maliit pa sa akin. Now we have the Marcelino twins who are also from Olongapo. And again, that's about leaving a legacy. Third is you have to find your why. You have to find your purpose. As I shared to you, I was in Guam back then, and I met a guy named Carlos Buhain, who was our safety officer dun sa construction. And he's the one who told me to go to San Beda. Kung alam ko lang may LPU, sana nagpunta na ako ng LPU back then. Kasi ang alam ko lang recto at US Embassy eh. So, I ended up in San Sebastian, and Sir Carlos Buhain, we call him safety, up to now, buys me shoes, buys me drawers, buys me shirts. And always make sure he checks on me each and every time. So, a few weeks back, he came from Hawaii, and pumunta siya dito, and I had the chance to talk to him. And I asked him, Safety, why are you doing this to me? Because where I came from, if you scratch my back, I have to scratch yours. Kung may ginawa ako sa iyong mabuti, kailangan mong balikan ako ng kabutihan. Why are you doing this to me? And what he told me really get me right on the right track. He told me, son, I want to tell you something. And I want you to always remember this. As long as you make sure somebody else's life is okay, God will make sure your life is okay. So it shifted now from, before it's all about Topex Robinson, but now, hindi pala. It's all about serving others. You now, guys, will be equipped with the skills, the experience, and a degree to pursue your dreams. But always think about how can you give back? What will you do with those gifts na binigay sa inyo? Because again, at the end of the day, it's not what you have, but what you do with what you have. And for me, after winning the championship sa D-League, I was asked by a reporter, Coach, you made history, you won the PCCL, you won the D-League championship. What do you think, based on those experiences, stood up? And para sa akin, my biggest win is Mr. Wilson Baltasar, may you stand up? Mr. Shaq Alanes, will you stand up? Again, I won't be judged at the end of the day by the championships, the trophies, the recognition, or the big contract that I'll be given. I want my legacy to have a lot more of Wilson Baltasar, a lot more of Shaq Alanes that will get a degree and give them a chance in life. Again, not a guarantee in life, but at least we'll give them a chance in life. I wasn't given that opportunity to graduate. I wasn't given an opportunity to have a degree. But I was given a chance to serve others. So, as I end my speech, thank you, Wilson. Thank you, Shaq. Sorry nga pala, I have papers here because I'm not really a techie guy, sorry. But I challenge you now, graduates, as you begin your new journey in life. It's not going to be easy. But I know that with those people behind you that's been there for you, that believed in you, you have to give back. You have to give back not just to them, but to your future children. Because again, what's important is the gifts that you have given. So, to the class of 2018, I challenge you to do something that your future self will be proud of. Everything that you do, you have to look back 15 years from now. Was you proud of what you did? Because at the end of the day, you cannot bring whatever recognition or money or house that you're going to have. You're only going to bring your soul. If it's the only soul you have to make sure that's the best version of you. Thank you very much, graduates. May you continue to love, serve, and care. Thank you.